87.7, the heart of cultural radio.
Welcome to Classifique FM. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Whether you're having a bad day with school, jobs, or anything else, I'm here to brighten you up with some news, music. A lovely reporter will be with us in the city. We will have a phone in about the new football manager, which everyone is talking about. But let's start with the music from a great local band from Congo.
That was a track by Amy Burns, and you're listening to the Legion Show on Classifique FM.
What's up, people? This is DJ Funky. You listen to Classifique FM. Sorry, people. I meant to say hello, people. Are you okay?
Hi, I'm Kevin D. This is Classifique FM. Today we have two special guests.
But rugby is more better.
Guys, we more better. We get paid that much.
Wait a minute, who is this playing on the radio?
Oh, it's good.
It sounds really, really good.
Yeah, it's got Serge Sabi. I don't know where he's from, but that track is quite good.
Excuse me, is one of you DJ Funky?
I am DJ Funky.
I've been looking at presenting some shows.
Oh, yeah, what kind of shows?
I don't know really. How long has your station been running?
2 weeks or 3 weeks now. So we just recorded the jingle.
We just recorded our jingle yesterday for the show.
Cool. How did you get the money to set it all up?
I've been saving up
for
money for about a few months, and we used it to make the bit of the show. So
we all chipped in as well.
Yeah, we all.
This was a track by Jean Planchard de Plaisir. Puna ba congolais na ba congolais nyon tokozala na show semaine prochaine na Lingala pe tokocha banzembo ba congolais ekozala bien koyoka banzembo boka. Et pour le français, il y aura un show demain spécialement en français à 4h. Here we have Daddy P, who's going to talk a little bit about his project and.
All right, thank you, Angela. Later on today, I'm going to be talking to you about immigration putting young people into detention centers. I'm the journalist from.
You know who it is now. Anyway, so it's basically Serge.
Thank you for having me in the show. Yellow duck for your son.
Come on, people, that's not funny.
What are you wearing, man?
I'm wearing
pajamas.
Some great clothes today, so you don't want to listen to him.
Before the last track, we'll have one last call.
Hi Angela,
Yes, hello?
I just want to make listeners aware that petrol company Shell has been responsible for helping the Nigerian government murder loads of people in Nigeria around the Niger Delta region, including the well-known writer Ken Saro-wiwa. This is really appalling, and you know, as far as I know, Shell is still up to mischief. People need to know the truth about Shell.
I mean, you're talking about a serious issue here. It's about murder, you know, you're talking about the big company Shell.
Unless we get some more information, I will never believe this accusation against Shell.
Thank you for the call anyway. Now we're on the last track from...
And Little Jordan, the winner of this year's regional school beatboxing. First to Jordan, how long have you been doing this beatboxing for?
4 years.
The agony of trees dying in ancestral farmlands, streams polluting, weeping filth into murky rivers. It is the poisoned air causing the luckless lungs of dying children. Agony is the dream breaking the looping chain.
The agony cause around the world.
Multiple letters from Shell to the Nigerian military government made it clear that Shell wanted the government to take care of Ken Saro-wiwa and the Ogoni leaders, securing their convictions, and of course they were ultimately executed.
The Nigerian military announced this week that my father and 8 others have been sentenced to death. They have no right of appeal.
The first caller is from Nick Pigeon. Nick.
Yeah, hi Kevin. I think a lot of us will probably agree, I think anyway, that there's too much of people just wanting to come in just for passports. I mean, I've heard it all the time, but, you know, and I'm getting so
Let's just cut him there. Like Iqbal said, he's here because he wants to play for Lancashire. We want him to be here. So I don't think there's that kind of problem.
Hello, can I help you?
Yes, hello, hi. Is it the Remember Saro-wiwa project?
So how's that? What time's it going?
We got the stickers and the leaflets might be going around soon.
Yeah, that's good. What's happening?
Have you seen the stickers on the door?
Oh, these again.
I thought this was supposed to be secret.
Do you know?
It's nothing to do with me.
Oh.
Go and have a look.
The days, what kind of people?
This show is based on a call from yesterday's show about saro-wiwa. I went home and made some research, and it was actually true. The research, this is just a paragraph from my research. Ken Saro-wiwa was a Nigerian author, television producer, environmental activist, and winner of Golden Man Environmental Prize. Saro-wiwa was
Hello, it's Daddy P from Classifique FM.
Okay,
I have heard about issues to do with illegal young children who are put into detention centers. Why is this a problem?
There's nothing illegal about any child. The fact that we have a government that is building detention centres and placing children inside of them with their parents in and of itself is a terrible, terrible miscarriage of justice.
So the children are put into these detention centres for what reason?
What they will say is that there is no foundation of truth to your claim to say that you're a refugee, that they don't believe you. The heart of it goes back to having a section of society that you can blame for everything that's going wrong in the society.
as spokesperson and then as president of Movement for the Survival of Agony People, saro-wiwa led non-violent campaign against environmental degradation of the land and waters of Agonyland by the operations of the multinational petroleum industry, especially Shell.
Whenever we take a call from somebody who's in a detention centre, a pretty constant sound is the sound of children crying in the background. So people are cramped. They may be expected to have very limited and constrained periods of time when they're allowed to be outside. There have been periods of time when they've more or less effectively operated a lockdown, so people aren't allowed freedom of movement from one part of the building to another.
Does it get so bad that the children resort to self-harm?
Well, lots of us buy oil every day for them to carry out such doings. Nigerian government should be trialled for carrying out such atrocities against unarmed people who wanted to preserve their ancestral inheritance. Shell should also be trialled for funding these operations and accept their responsibilities.
To sum up this show, it's really important for people to be, aware of conflict that's happened and that's happening now in other countries, and many people die for no reasons, And I really think, especially for the Shell company, people just buy petroleum but not knowing where it came from and what effect it's got on people. And thank you for the information. And just after the news, we're gonna have.
Thank you so
great.
very much.
I'm really glad at least one radio station's going to look at this in more depth. It's
All
great.
right. Thank you so very much.
Our special guest, he's 5 times a Momo Awards winner. Blonde hair, blue eyes, and wears glasses. He's short, and he has a disability.
That is really ridiculous. Seriously, just tell us who the guest is.
If I tell you who the guest is, you won't listen to my show.
Well, that was DJ Funky. If you would like to enter the competition and also find out who the guest star is, then tune into the show.
Yo, this is Daddy P on Classifique FM. Today I'm going to be talking about immigration putting young people into detention centers. Huge amounts of young people into detention centers. People who's done absolutely no crime or hasn't committed any mischief. Alright, over to Sean. Sean, could you tell us a bit more about the detention centers based on the research you've gathered?
Yeah. Some children and families are detained because the government wrongly believes that they are over 18. Detaining is damaging to the children.
Reckon they should get rid of glaziers.
I think they should, because it's not really supported, is it?
Well, Ivan was speaking in pub last night, and they said he's paid $1 billion for it. He owns other clubs.
Detention is unnecessary and it should be abolished because of its effect to children.
Alright, we'll go over to Mr. Frank. What do you think of your overall experience of you being in the detention center?
We were very lucky, because these people, they're not a person. They're like robots. They was gonna do anything to make sure you're out of the country, which is terrible things. Because the kids, if they go back to their country, they won't have a happy ending. And they didn't do nothing bad. Even when you see little kids, no education for them anymore. Deporting them back to the country,
I told him not to do this kind of show. Is this gonna bring trouble to our station?
I'll ring him, I'll sort it. He always does this. No one might have heard that.
If this happen again, this is not good, this is not good. Like, can you talk to him about this? Because I don't want any trouble for this station.
I'll sort it.
Yeah, see you in a bit then.
See you later.
Should not be.
For example, denying children education is totally unhumanitarian for an advanced state. That's it.
Alright, you've heard it from right here on Classifique FM. Between now and my next show, I'll be going out recording interviews with people who are working on this issue.
Oh shit, what happened?
I think all this stuff being baggled is because it's my fault. It's because I did that report on human rights.
No, I'll publish a story too, so we're both to blame.
Don't blame each other. What you did, you have to do it, and you did it. It didn't work out well, but you have to wish to God.
Yeah, let's see ya.
Don't worry, it's all gonna work out anyway soon. See you guys.
We're just talking about the place being baggled. I was saying it was my fault for doing that report. People must have known.
Yeah, it probably is half your fault, but I wouldn't worry about it. It's half our fault as well for not having proper security. It's not a bad thing.
But how are we going to replace all the stuff that we've lost?
There's more business coming in now. Because of that show, more people are listening. It might have been controversial. A lot of people didn't like it.
It's all your fault! Oh. Yeah, it's all your fault! It's all your fault! Yeah, this show is better than really yeah, why you come from me with me? Why you new things? It's not only your money. It's really not only your money. It's my money when it's time. Is it? Yeah, now you started. What's the fun in that?
You started something different. See what happened to us now.
Yeah, go. People always, there are people there who always try to bring you down. What we need to do is try and get over that. Try and pass them. If we stop now, they have won. They have won.
It's our fault for that.
If we stop now, they have won.
We agreed to do the show.
Listen.
There's no way.
I've sorted it. I've already sorted it. I've got money coming in from other businesses. who want to sponsor us.
Yeah, sponsor us. Who's going to do that?
Loads of businesses. There's loads want to jump on the bandwagon, want to show about the multicultural. There's loads what want to. If everyone hates us, treat people like us. It's the best way to do it. It might be controversial, but we've got
you know what? Stop all this. I can't be bothered dealing with this anymore. Honestly, I'm going.
No, you're gonna
come with me. Yeah, walk out. Honestly, I really cannot be bothered. Yeah, you walk out.
Sun is hot, wind